Well, hi YouTubers, another of the Physics Side 100 books. This is Me, Myself, Millie. Millie's Had Enough of Living in Her Twin's Shadow by Penelope Bush, and I read the blurb on the back. What happened to Millie last summer? She can't talk about it. Instead, she's writing in her journal about growing up in the shadow of her twin sister Lily, about the American boy who's moved in upstairs. There's something he's not telling either. Millie can't keep her secret forever, can she? Right, so story about twins. Now, in fiction, twins have always had a kind of like a bit of a dubious history. I mean, when I was young, I read the Sweet Valley High books, and I thought that I was Team Jessica for life. By the way, Elizabeth just did my head in. There's the twins from The Shining, if you will. There is Double Act by Jacqueline Wilson, and in these kind of stories, twins is always the dominant one and the weak one, the good one and the bad one. I was at a wedding. I once asked a mum with twins under the influence of alcohol which one's the evil one, and she actually told me. So here you go. And both my grandparents were twins. My grandfather, sadly, his brother died in infancy, and my nan, her and her twin sister were so chalk and cheese it was unbelievable. So yeah, yeah, twins, when it comes to twins in fiction, is always the quiet one, the good one, if you will. And this is a story about Millie, who just feels in the shadow of Lily, and it is so kind of heartbreaking in some respects. Now, this has a very kind of direct twist, and I'm not going to spoil anything. But above all, it's about identity, about trying to create your own identity when you feel like you're in the shadow of a twin sister. And this happens quite early on in the book, where you kind of get to understand Millie's mentality and why she's this way. Now, I'm going to give you some backstory. Lily's mum, who I'll give full respects to, is a seriously hard worker. She's a writer and an illustrator, and she accidentally fell pregnant, as you do, and she only thought she was having the one. No, the one became two. But being the youngest, she kind of felt like her sister may be an accident, but I was like a double accident, because I was definitely never, she never thought she'd ever have me. That's her mentality when it comes to her mother. Now, this really sums it up, how Millie feels. Okay, this is page 41 of chapter 6. What is this? I demanded of Mum. It's your birth certificate. I looked hard. It said Emily Pond, born 12th of April. Why does it say Emily? Mum took the certificate off me and angled it towards the light. She looked hard at it like I had. Mum, it says I'm called Emily. I can see that, said Mum. I couldn't believe how calm she was. How come no one ever told me? The thing is, I don't really remember, said Mum. When we went to register you, I wasn't really myself. I was in shock, you know. I wasn't expecting two babies. Typical. Blame me, why don't you? It was a pretty lame excuse. You could go and ask David. I think it was his idea. But why does it matter? You'll always be Millie. That kind of says everything. Millie is so kind of put down in some respects. I have her own mother who is doing the best job that she can, and absolutely love the mum. Okay, the mum evolves better as a character forever on the book. Doesn't even know her own daughter's real name. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So, it's, yeah. It is quite funny how you're trying to cleave your own identity without kind of undermining who you really are. The kind of reinvention, if you will. So this is obviously a children's book, but it's so elegant and well written. I absolutely loved it. So that's the thing. It's really hard talking about this one when you don't want to give away just twists and the spoilers, but it will totally crush you. Now, also, it has this kind of mentality of nothing is ever as bad as you think it's going to be. I mean, the blurb on the back is about the American boy who moved in upstairs. Trust me, you may think he's keeping a deep dark secret. He really isn't. It's that thing. It's never as bad as you think it's going to be. And it's, yeah, I know this is a really strange, horrible one to really review when you can't give away the spoiler. But the spoiler is amazing. This is a story, okay, of just trying to cleave your own identity when you don't even know who you are. I mean, especially when things like your own name have been kept in the dark for you for so long. So, recommend this book. It is Me, Myself, Millie by Penelope Bush. You will love this book, and I'm signing off here. Mwah.